everybody who knows the rules or just the basic rules can learn. And today I'm gonna show you the basic rules. Chess table have 64 places for exactly 24 figures, and there are exactly, this is pawn, there are 8 pawns, 2 rocks on each side, 2 knives, 2 bishops, 1 queen and 1 king. Pawn is a figure that can move in a first, when they are in a second row, they can move 2 positions, and that's the only time in the game that they can move 2 positions. When they want to replace the figure, for example like this, they can only move diagonal like this. They cannot move like this and then replace the figure. Or pawn, the opponent pawn is here, they cannot replace the pawn like this. They can only do it in diagonal. Also, pawn is very important figure because when you in the game get with the pawn on, for example, opponent end, then you can choose which piece you wanna take in. Usually that's the queen because the queen is the most valuable, but we're gonna get to that. Second, this is a rock. He can move up, down, left or right, and on every single position, just up, down, left or right. This is a knife. Knife is the only figure that moves in L form. So 1 up, 2 over, 1 up, 2 over, 1 down, 2 over, 1 down, 2 over. Also they can move 2 up, 1 over, 2 up, 1 over, 2 down, 1 over, 2 down, 1 over. This figure is the only figure that can actually move a figure. Bishops. We have bishops on 2 different colors. We have them on black color and on white color. They can also move like this. They can only move on their own color. For example, the white bishop can only move diagonal on the white color, and the black bishop can only move on the black color diagonal, and they cannot, when they try to replace the piece, they cannot jump over the piece and go here and then eat it. They can only get to the piece and remove the piece, and that's the only way that they can function. They can move, for example, down, up, over, and that things. The next figure that we have is queen. Queen is the most important figure. I mean, it's not the most important, but one of the most valuable pieces on the table, chessboard table, because the queen can go, queen combine rock, bishop and pawn all together. They can go up, they can go down, they can go left, they can go right, they can go diagonal. On both color they can go down. Also they can go down on white color. The same principle. They are the most valuable piece there is on the chessboard. After that is the king. King is the figure that the game wouldn't go without the king. King can move same as queen, just one spot. They can move diagonal, up, diagonal, left, diagonal, down, diagonal, right, left. They are the figure that keep the game alive. There is when the king cannot move anywhere, for example like this, when queen and 2 rocks are here and then the king cannot move anywhere, then that's a checkmate and the white opponent loses because he cannot move the king anywhere. Also there is a term check. That means when you attack the king, but he can, for example like this, but he can still move. The king can still move, you see, like this, and king can still move. That means he can be protected by another figure or something like that. That means it's just a check, and that means just that the opponent cannot play any other move. They can only replace accept to protect the king or to remove the king. There's also a term in chess that means castling. That means you have long castling and short castling. Long castling is when you have like this thing, 3 spaces in between, and you can switch rock and king. But you can only do that when none of the figures, either rock or king, didn't move. They can only do that if they are in the start position and there is none of the figure in between of them. That's a long. And a short one is when it's just 2 spaces in between them, when there is no queen, so they can move the same as the long one, it's just shorter. They can just switch themselves. That means castling. Chess is a very strategic game, and it's not hard to play if you learn it. So I hope you learned something today from me, and I hope you can use this and play chess with your friends or as a hobby. Thank you.